First of all, Merry Christmas to you all. I'm going to tell you a little Christmas story. I was home on winter break from college, and I was out with my good buddies from high school, my brother. And on this rare occasion, I was a designated driver. Sitting next to me was my brother, Kevin, who had a couple of drinks, and he was pleasantly conversational. In the back, Dick was talking to himself. He was having a great conversation with himself. He was pretty plastered. Next to him, even more plastered, was Chuck, who was talking to Christmas ornaments on people's lawns. I'm driving, and I was a little nervous. The road was a typical East Coast skating pond. I mean, every 10 yards I was fishtailing, and I was a little nervous just getting my buddies home safe. Then suddenly, off in the distance, I saw my mother and father's house, and on the front lawn was this nativity scene. There were life-size figures. There were shepherds and sheep and wise men and camels and Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, and they were all life-size, and this ivory color, this rubberized plastic with a light inside that had this kind of dull, mystical light, And I saw that, and for some reason I felt, we're gonna make it. I'm gonna make it home safe. And I drove up carefully. Just before I swung into the driveway, I got a little cavalier, and I spun into the driveway, and all of a sudden I'm going sideways across the lawn, and I'm now all of a sudden like sheep and shepherds and wise men are doing cartwheels over the car. The baby Jesus is being field-goaled out of the manger, and I'm like, oh my God. And the car finally stops, and we all get out, and Chuck is hysterical. He's going, "You killed the baby Jesus, man. You killed the baby Jesus." All of a sudden, Kevin just puts his mitten in Chuck's mouth to shut him up. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm sure, my parents don't want to be woken up to this. And I'm standing there looking at this massacre of the Holy Family that I've caused. And my brother comes to his senses, and he says, "Come on." And we tiptoe into the garage. We pull out some rakes and a plunger. And instantaneously, we become this emergency medical team. And we're pulling dents out of the rubberized plastic figures with the plunger. After the operation, the figurines looked, initially they looked serene, and then we hit them and they looked like they'd been hit with a runaway train. And then after our operation, they kind of looked like they had a rough night, So we did the best we could. Dick and Chuck make their way home. Kevin and I make our way into the house, tiptoe up to a bedroom, and just fall flat asleep. Next morning, I get up, I get dressed, I walk to the top of the stairs, and I'm about to come down to the front door, and there's my mom standing in the doorway, looking out on the lawn, like she's looking on an Amtrak tragedy. And I quietly walk down the stairs. I put my arm around her, and she's got a cup of tea in her hand, and she's shaking her head. She's like, "How could anybody?" And I look at her face, and I think of, what am I going to say? And I just say, people. To this day, she doesn't know. Merry Christmas, everybody. Love you.